everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Today's matchup features the top-scoring pass offense in the NFL. The Cowboys are #1 in pass TDs, and they go up against the Falcons defense that will try to keep them out of the end zone.
Thank you very much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The National Football League is here and on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Dallas Cowboys.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we'll see one of the more dangerous passing offenses. The Cowboys are #1 in pass TDs. They go up against the Falcons defense that will try to keep them out of the end zone.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And the Dallas Cowboys. Prescott looks to throw on first. Now he's forced out left. And right away, he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And a costly costly turnover there as the ball will be spotted first and goal at the 5-yard line.
As you and I both know, one reason teams script plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play one there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They keep on the ground with Elliott, and he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On second down, Elliott. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Cannon. That one goes for 24 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
A first down carry by Elliott. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Seven yards to go on second down. Now the fourth-year man from Texas A&M, Christine Michael. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. And And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Freeman again. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken around the 12. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Vic Beasley in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Prescott now on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. And he's going to go down again. Dontari Poe in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott from the gun. He finds his target, Terrence Williams. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. They give him a gain of 38. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Here's Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Dontari Poe in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott now from the 50. And some room to maneuver. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. So they are going to call on Dan Bailey here. His career long is 56 yards done in Seattle. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep, Taylor Gabriel. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Shift together here from the D-line. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13.
Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And they'll get him down here at the 23. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And now here come the Cowboys. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Collins. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Freeman. Oh, look at that. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman.
He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing third down. Here's Ryan. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, off goes Matt Ryan, and on is another Matt Bryant. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Bryant's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
It's good to be the kicker for the top offense in the NFL, and Matt Bryant was that in 2016. Led the league in scoring with 158 points, but boy, does Atlanta find him valuable. So dependable and clutch.
And he's been valuable in this league for a while. Hard to believe he's been around since 2002. And out now come the Cowboys. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. They'll try Michael on the right side. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he fires one, but incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 20. It looked like he might beat that last man. He doesn't, though, but it goes as a 32-yard return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
23 yards on the play.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Falcons will extend their lead. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a handoff. It's Christian Michael. He finds an opening past the 40, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Prescott on first down. And some room to roam now. And he slides to avoid the hit. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard. Now a give. It's Michael. And he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They run again with Michael, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. It's caught on the right side. Williams. So 1:56 to play in this first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. And this one is right down the middle. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
That's fielded in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And an alley to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Now it's Ryan. And the catch is made by Justin Hardy. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, Big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Ryan. His throw caught at about the 5. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. In the red zone this time. They come out here in the eye. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Prescott now. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Ten yards still left on second down.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. There we go. Hey, check. There we go. Going to 52.
Now Prescott. It got his man complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a change-up in baseball.
Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
And, okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently, we're going to get right back to it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. A nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. A 20th carry now for Devontae Freeman. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. The Falcons on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Going up top. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. It's a big play there for Atlanta. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Let's go.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And Bryant's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs. They go play action here on 1st down. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Somebody missed an assignment. He was waving his arms saying, hey, I'm wide open. They found him.
You think? You think? I mean, he was so wide open. Did you see he was just windmilling like he was Don Quixote or somebody out there? And then they found him for a really nice gain.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Flushed out right. Going right side. He has Winton. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down. So the D-line's going to spread out. Play action now. Prescott. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tech McKinley in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 8 yards on the run there, and that trims it to a 3rd and 11 coming up.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11. To throw is Prescott. Now he's flushed out left. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Okay, can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's Ryan. Looking deep for Gabriel. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. On 3rd and 1, Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll run it here with Michael. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Prescott to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Got some real estate inside the 30. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. From the red zone now, Prescott. And Dez has got it. Dez Bryant for the Cowboy touchdown. Dez Bryant, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. Bailey now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Bryant on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They run, Devontae Freeman. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. Now we give Michael running left. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
2nd down following the run. Here's Prescott. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
3rd and long for Prescott. Room here to run. Oh, Prescott stripped, and the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Freeman with a fast feet. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. The pigskin on the 7-yard line now. It's 1st and goal. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. All you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And this offense on 3rd down today, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 on the play. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Now Prescott. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Throwing, Prescott. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And again, it's Prescott. Buying time, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively.